God has to say it. Now, this word, this phrase, my signet ring, the idea of a signet ring is the mark of God's authority, his supreme authority. Whoever had the signet ring of the king could seal documents, could mark documents just like the king. They could speak in the king's voice, in the king's name. For all intents and purposes, they were the king. Well, that's not Zerubbabel. He's not a king. He is just a governor. He doesn't have any authority other than what Cyrus would allow him to have. So he's not the ultimate signet ring, but he is an example. He is a forerunner. He is a type of the signet ring. So let me show you again the precision of what God had in mind here. When we get to the New Testament, there are two genealogies that we see for Jesus. One is recorded by Matthew, and one is recorded by Luke. Now, the example from Matthew, the genealogy from Matthew, goes all the way through the royal line. It shows the covenant that was given to Abraham and then the kings that came from that, and it takes us all the way to Jesus. Luke gives us the family line that goes back to Adam and emphasizes the humanity of Jesus. So we see the king and the human, the God and the humanity part that come together in Jesus. But notice this. Look at this this chart here. Abraham is the kingly line. God gives the covenant to Abraham. He says, through you is where the blessing is going to come, and ultimately the Messiah is going to come. But Adam is the first human, and there's also a promise through Adam's line that says, from your line is going to be the crushing of Satan's head. Now, on Abraham's side, when Matthew gives his genealogy, he traces it through Solomon, who is the son of David. And on Luke's genealogy, he traces it through Nathan, who is also a son of David. Although Solomon sat on the throne as the king, Nathan did not. Both of these genealogies then trace those lines through Zerubbabel. Now, I want to show you, look at the verses here. First of all, let's look at Matthew's account. Matthew tells us that this is a genealogy of Jesus the Messiah, the son of David, the son of Abraham. So this is going through Abraham's line. A little bit later on, he tells us that Jesse was the father of King David, and David was the father of Solomon. And then after the exile to Babylon, Jeconiah was the father of Shealtiel, and Shealtiel the father of Zerubbabel. That's who we're talking about here, is this signet ring. Luke takes us from God to Adam, and then he takes us through David's son Nathan, but then he takes us from there to Zerubbabel. Both genealogies go through Zerubbabel. From Zerubbabel comes Joseph, his family line that's recorded for us in Matthew, and Mary, her family line that comes to us through Luke. And obviously, through both Joseph and Mary, we have Jesus, who is the ultimate, final signet ring. All the authority of God, but all of the feelings of humanity. It's merged perfectly in Jesus. Zerubbabel, this prophecy is given to him that through him is going to come the ultimate signet ring of God. Now,